Welcome to Refuse to Lose. My name is Joe Jordan. I am your host today. We're going to dig into the top 5 shooting guards entering the NBA season. But before we do that, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and last but not least, enjoy the rest of the show. Top 5 shooting guards entering the NBA season. Let's get right to it. Number 5, Zach LaVine from the Chicago Bulls. Now, this is why I had Zach LaVine at number 5. Now, I do believe that he will be much higher as the season goes, but for right now, we're going to leave my number 5, and this is why. Last year, Zach LaVine averaged 27 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, all career highs across the board. Also shot 50% from the field and 41% from three, more career highs across the board. Now, the thing about Zach LaVine, he's been a one-man show since he's been in Chicago. He hasn't had any other scores, no, he hasn't any other help. They finally made a trade mid-season to help him out, and they finally made some great signings and trades this offseason to put them in position to make the playoffs. Now, that's what I'm waiting for. I want to see how Zach LaVine will look come playoff time. All right. And I think he will perform great in the playoffs, and therefore he'll be ranked higher next year or mid-season. I do this again, the top 5 shooting guards in the league. All right, so at number 4, we have Donovan Mitchell from the Utah Jazz. Now, this is why I have Donovan Mitchell number 4. Let me tell you about Donovan Mitchell. Last year, he averaged 26 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists. He also led his team to have the best record in the NBA. That's what I like about Donovan Mitchell. Since he's been the focal point of that team, they've been winning. They've been winning games since he's been there. All right, he's been an instant. He affected that team instantly since he's been there. They've been winning. They've been a top seed all the time. Right now, what I love about Donovan Mitchell is his playoff performance. Last year, we all know about 2 years ago in the bubble, he led the playoffs in scoring, and 2 years ago, and averaging 34 points in the bubble. But last year, Donovan Mitchell averaged 32 points in the bubble. He shot 43% from three. Those two, see, when you make the playoffs, you got to outperform your regular season stats, and that's what he did. All right. So 7 out of the 10 playoff games he played last year, he dropped 30 points minimum. 9 out of the 10 games he played in the playoffs, he scored at least 25 points. So he's a true scorer. He knows how to put the ball in the hole, right? He's a great scorer. And you look at him in some of these games, he looks unstoppable, all right? Especially when the three is falling. So I have Donovan Mitchell at number 4. At number 3, I have Bradley Beal. All right. So last year, Bradley Beal averaged 31 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. Now, Bradley Beal is a great scorer. He averaged 30 points the last 2 years. Now, as a defender, he's not that great, and he doesn't do much other than scoring. Like, he averaged 3 assists a game. Now, as a normal shooting guard, elite shooting guard will average over 25 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. He averaged 4 rebounds and 3 assists, right? So that just tell you effort outside of scoring, right? So, but he is a terrific scorer. He averaged 31 points last year. Him and Westbrook led their team to the bubble. Not to the bubble, to the play-in tournament. Won 2 games in a row, made the playoffs, but they ended up running to Philly, which was a mismatch. So, but I do have Bradley Beal at number 3. Now, one thing I know about this top shooting guard list, it's a very thin list. There are not a lot of great shooting guards in the league today like it used to be. All right. I just want to make that happen. All right. We have Bradley Beal at number 3. I mean, come on. Not saying he's a slouch, but number 3. And number 2, I have Devin Booker. All right. So last year, Devin Booker averaged 25 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. All right. But in the playoffs, he elevated his game, averaging 27 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. Now, the thing about Devin Booker, just like Zach LaVine, he played for a terrible team. He never had help. As soon as you gave Devin Booker help, he led his team to the NBA Finals. Now, I know Chris Paul got all the buzz for the MVP. I truly thought that Devin Booker was more of an MVP than Chris Paul. He was the best player on that team. It's just that Chris Paul is a point guard. He brings that leadership effect to the team, and they probably want to reward him for it. But Devin Booker was the best player on that team last year. Now, the 2 games he played without Chris Paul, this dude averaged 30 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists. All right. Now, he torched the Lakers. The Lakers came in town. The closeout game, he scored 47 points in the closeout game to put LA out, to defend the champions out. All right. So now I know people gonna say, well, AD was hurt. Chris Paul was injured. Chris Paul was playing wounded. All right. So Devin Booker, I have him number 2. And then there you go. We get to number 1. And I think it's easy. It's like a huge distance between number 1 and 2. All right. There can only be number one, number one, and that's James Harden. So look, y'all. Last year, James Harden with the Brooklyn Nets averaged 24 points, 8 rebounds, 11 assists. He played 17 games without Kyrie. He averaged 28 points, 11 rebounds, 7 assists. Sorry, 28 points, 11 assists, 7 rebounds. All right. He played 33 games without KD last year. He averaged 26 points, 10 assists, 8 rebounds. I mean, the dude is a hybrid. He's a great scorer, and he's also a great passer. That's rare. Like, when I say great scorer, he's one of the greatest of all time. And at the same time, he's a great passer too. Do we know? Y'all remember that James Harden averaged he led league in scoring 3 years in a row. Don't forget that, all right? So not only he's a terrific scorer, he's a terrific passer, and we've seen his passing ability skills come into display last year. A lot of people thought that James Harden would be a good fit with Brooklyn because he needs the ball in his hands. He's ball dominant. The dude is a passer. He's a great passer. He's probably a pass first guy. It's just that with Houston, he had to score. He had to put the ball in the basket. All right. So, I mean, this, like I said, the shooting guard list is very thin. And I thought James Harden was a no-brainer. So he is still the best shooting guard in the league, playing with the best small forward in the league. I mean, that's why I have the Nets win the whole thing. All right. So those are my top 5 shooting guards. Thank you for staying to the end. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next episode.
Great job. You made it to the end. I really appreciate that. You made it to the end. Now, before you leave this video, make sure you like the video and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit the notification bell also so you can be notified when we drop our next video. And lastly, make sure use the comment section. Put your comments down. Tell me what you think about this topic we just went over. Tell me your comments, your opinions, and maybe we can have a chat debate in the comments. So I appreciate you guys for staying, and I'll see you at the next show.